Pisces, welcome to your June readings. I am drawing you a significator card, a talisman, and some angel cards to see which angels are walking with you for the month of June. Let's find out what's happening now, my lovely, lovely Pisces. Thank you so much, by the way, for being here. Healthy lifestyle. Do you know this has come out so much? We're clearly being called to look after our vibration this month. You have crystal clear intentions. You have garden the heart. That's very beautiful. You also have defense. Okay. My lovely Pisces. Okay, what is happening for you in June? Crystal clear intentions. I'm going to read to you from this book, Garden the Heart, 28, 29, where are we? Here we are, Garden the Heart. This book is so beautiful. It's not enough to guard and cultivate our thoughts, though Archangel Michael says, make sure you have crystal clear intentions. It's not enough to guard and cultivate our thoughts. We must also pay attention to the heart's garden. Are you allowing your heart to focus on what expands your possibilities? Are you weeding out repetitive thoughts that make you feel small or ashamed? Our emotions tell us with great simplicity and power where we are in relation to where we want to be. Make friends with all of the feelings as they show up. Allow them their natural cycle of bloom and fade. Then cultivate the ones you actually want to thrive. Plant your hopes, water your enthusiasm, grow your love with wild abandon. Now is the time to make room for all emotions to come and go as they show up, rejecting none. Then, in your surrender, nurture the ones that reflect your great worthiness. This is the path to true love with self, with other, with life. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Okay. So, I think you have an opportunity to move through and beyond something that has either pressed your buttons or something that has arrived from the past. Some kinds of, I think it's emotions as well. I don't think it's just thinking patterns. I think this is very much about your emotions. I think there are circumstances, that's what I'm seeing here, around you. And I think there is a genuine opportunity to move through and beyond some kind of defense system that kind of in its own way just doesn't work for you anymore. Let's draw your tarot cards and see what else we are shown here. I'm also curious as to what the circumstances are that are creating this possibility, or is it just what's going on around you generally? Let's have a look at your cards, my lovely Pisces. We have 8 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands. You're being asked to make a commitment, Page of Cups, to work through something. We've got 6 of Swords. It's definitely from the past. 5 of Cups. This has been interesting. This card has come out in a few. We have 6 of Cups as well. Ace of Swords, 7 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, and also the 7 of Wands. Okay, all right. What do we have here, lovely Pisces? What do I see? I think there is an opportunity for you to literally to move, to navigate some kind of a defense, to get over something. I think for some of you it goes back with the 6 of Cups to childhood. What's this? It's interesting. We see somebody standing in a court of law, 7 of Swords. Knight of Pentacles and the Empress. The Empress is a card of happiness, abundance, fertility. And we have the 4 of Wands bang in the middle here, really, right at the start of your month. I feel like there is very curiously, something that comes into your world that's actually really rather lovely, my Pisces. Yeah, I think there's quite a lovely opportunity of something, and yet, for some reason, it's quite hard for you to sort of to commit to it. I mean, maybe that's the defensiveness that we're seeing. I think the defensiveness is absolutely yours. It does go back to the past, but there's an opportunity to move through and away from the past here. I wonder if something will actually come back from the past for some of you. Like another opportunity for you to attend to it or to see it differently. I actually think you can put something right that went wrong. My lovely Pisces, which is really rather lovely. Now, I think there's a kind of a combination of sort of personal well-being to engage in here. You have personal free will and choice, so it's up to you what you do. But I do think there is like healthy lifestyle. Look after yourself, eat well, don't drink too much, and also really, really notice your thought patterns and keep your intentions, keep your mind clean and clear. There's layers to this as well. It's very emotional, and there are layers to this. There's almost like something comes into your world for some of you, or there is a circumstance around. Firstly, there's a circumstance around you that enables you to actually cultivate the healing of something from the past. For some of you, something could even come back in from the past and you get to take another look at it. But you get to take a look at it from a more sort of rational perspective or a more realistic perspective. I also think you can do something, that there's something to be done that's quite practical, quite pragmatic with the Knight of Pentacles. As if you really can actually consciously choose to change something. I'm going to ask more about this. With the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands, I am wondering whether something or someone comes into your world that it sort of brings a bit of a lift, and yet you, on the one hand it's full of promise, on the other hand you're not sure if you can really believe it. You kind of want to believe it, but you're kind of not sure. You want to see it as being potentially amazing, but what if it goes wrong? What if it lets you down? There's definitely a kind of a twofold thing going on here. I'm very curious about this. Let's draw some more tarot cards and try and find out more about this. What is this about? May we kindly ask. Who is the Page of Cups? What's the Page of Cups about? What is the Page of Cups about? Okay, we have, right, Ace of Pentacles and 10, okay, of Cups. So this is very clear. Right, then you have the Empress, then you have Temperance. Gosh, really big cards. The High Priestess, the 10 of Swords, and the Emperor. Wow, how amazing. You have the Empress showing up twice. Amazing. You've got the Emperor showing up, the Knight of Pentacles. Something's come back that you kind of, I think, had thought it had been put down, There's a degree of sort of either competitiveness, or someone says something to you and you're questioning, is it too good to be true? What do you believe? Is it too good to be true? Can you really trust it? Or is there something missing in what's being said? I just feel there's a whole defensiveness around you. Now, I actually feel there's an opportunity here for you. I think this is like an invitation for you to take charge, okay? To cut through the defenses, because I think some of you are looking through the lens of history rather than the lens of now. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This can be turned around. We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Eight of Cups. And we've got the King of Swords. I think decisive action is going to be required on your part, actually. I think you will need to take quite a logical, practical approach to this in order to navigate your emotions. It's a very, very interesting energy for you, Pisces. On the one hand, your emotions are going to lead you. You know, you need to cultivate your emotions. They're ever such good information. On the other hand, there's a very big difference between emotions that are current and emotions that are history. Emotions that are current are emotions that are connected to what is going on right now. Sometimes those emotions are tangled with the past, and that makes it harder to see them clearly, to read them clearly. But I think you have an opportunity to bring something to a close that has created a situation that's perhaps imbalanced. Definitely history has been something's come back up for you. And what do you do with it? Well, this time you're not a child. You're no longer a child. You're not helpless. You're not without agency. So you don't have to be defensive. Yeah, judgment. You simply need to call that shout. I'm going to say, Pisces, don't be afraid to step up in June. Don't be afraid to take the lead. Don't be afraid to step up. Don't be afraid to do something differently. Don't be afraid to really voice how you how you kind of feel, but also how you think about something. I'm going to read this again because I just feel it's so relevant. Where are we? 28, Garden of the Heart. It's not enough to guard and cultivate our thoughts. We must also pay attention to the heart's garden. Are you allowing your heart to focus on what expands your possibilities? Are you weeding out repetitive thoughts that make you feel smaller or shamed? Your emotions will tell you with great simplicity and power where you are in relation to where you want to be. Make friends with all the feelings as they show up. So this is a real balance of, this is like utilising your mind it's like listening to your emotions and utilising your mind to then take charge of the situation. It's a wonderful combination. If any of you have never tuned into my book, Mindfulness Meets Emotional Awareness, you might want to do so. It really does teach you how to engage your mind and your emotions with one another in relationships so they become a source of empowerment. If you think of your emotions as the fuel in the tank, you can't go anywhere without them. You can't go anywhere without that fuel. But your mind is what is holding the steering wheel and deciding which direction you're taking it in. You need both. And this is a really good example of a combination of mind and emotions in order to override some sort of defensiveness or historic reaction that has been triggered by something, actually. So it's about, letting the past go, leaving behind that pattern of thinking or whatever is triggered, really taking charge of the situation and calling the shots. It's very interesting because on a sort of a level of soul growth, this is a double layered reading. On the one hand, there's something very, very real that is going on where you need to listen to your emotions in order to make the right choices, your mind being the steering wheel. On the other hand, the deeper layer is that you get to listen to the way you feel and recognise what is being triggered emotionally and indeed in your thinking patterns that connects to the past, and to sort of lay it to rest. It really is as if there is a situation that could cause you to be defensive that is loaded with opportunity for you to evolve through and beyond this. So there's actually a major opportunity here for you to lay something from the past to rest. But you are the one that will need to take charge of this, and the taking charge of it isn't an avoidance of your emotions. It's a listening to your emotions. It isn't an avoidance of noticing what happens with your mind. It's a listening to that, and also seeing how that relates to your feelings and your emotions. This is an interesting month for you, Pisces. There's real opportunity here for you to grow. Now, I'm going to be doing extended readings. I always do for the monthlies. And you're welcome to join me. They're on Patreon and in the YouTube membership area. And you don't just get, if you join there, you don't just get Pisces extended reading. You get the extended readings for every sign. Beautiful souls, I think in your extendeds, what I really want to understand is something of the situation that creates this. I may also look at what buttons are being pressed, but I'd really like more detail for you about what creates this situation, and therefore how do you harness this to move to this position of contentment, happiness, abundance. I mean, the Empress is an absolutely joyous card. You can put down roots, you can feel strong. The Knight of Pentacles suggests a really, really steady future, perhaps not quite as up and down as it has been. So what is it that creates that? That's where I'm going to go. My beautiful Pisces, overall, I can genuinely see in this month there is a major opportunity. And the major opportunity does involve this collaboration of mind and emotion. And of you really making a firm decision to bring that into balance, to listen to both, and to seize the opportunity, the moment, to move through and beyond any historical patterns that are showing up, and literally grow and heal from this. But something is triggering this. I don't think it's necessarily a negative thing either. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups is lovely. Something is being triggered here. So why is something so beautiful triggering such a defensive response? Perhaps it's love. Perhaps it's abundance. Whatever it is, I'm going to move to the extendeds and I'm going to ask more. But in essence, there is a major opportunity here for you, I think, to come through and beyond something and heal. Beautiful Pisces, you are very welcome to join me in the extendeds. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all of you who are on Patreon and on the YouTube members area. Your donations really do help to support my free online library and keep it free. So thank you, very humbly thank you. Beautiful souls, I look forward to seeing you either for some other readings here on the new YouTube channel. Thank you for sharing and liking and letting people know about it and subscribing. And also, I look forward to seeing some of you in the extended, some of you for other readings, perhaps on the other YouTube channel as well. Tons and tons of love, Pisces.